What's wrong with my screen, man? Okay. I ain't heard none of them talk about the Valley of the Kings, and I don't know. I wonder why. Like they study ain't went that far or something. You know, the Valley of the Kings. You know what I mean? Hey, I can't explain why it was set up the way that it's set up. I can't explain that, but I can tell you that you know how they did it was so cold, man. They buried all these kings, they tombs inside of their temple, and then it had been covered over by sand over time. So you know what I mean. When a lot of things that was contraband, after hostile takeover by the foreigners and shit, you know what I mean, and you know, it's like they don't understand. They was pillaging and grave robbing and taking trinkets, all the little trinkets and shit. It seemed like them god niggas knew that they was gonna do that. Them motherfucking savages, what they call barbarians, was gonna do that shit. And the distraction of being able to feel like you stole something and ran away with a trinket was gonna basically distract them from destroying all the teaching. So over time, the teaching didn't remain, nigga, till I got a hold of it. And I'm gonna slap you niggas upside the head with this shit, you know what I mean? Till they take me out. But anyway, so you got the Valley of the Kings. You got 52 kings on one side. On the west bank of the Nile. See, Valley of the Kings got the Nile running right through the middle. You got the west bank with 52 kings over there. The east bank, you only got the pre-dynastic kings. I saw and Heru, they temple and tombs on the east bank. You know how Muslims pray 5 times a day to the east where the sun rises? Okay, well, all these 52 kings was buried inside of their tomb, inside of their temple, facing to the east. They on the west bank, 52, with their queen next to them in their temple and tomb, with their homeboys buried around them, all in line. So when Europeans holler at chronology, the chronology is fucked up. They didn't know how to keep time. Nigga, they records is so intricate. Hold on, wait a minute. All the science that the world know come from there. Far as astrological calendars, all the sciences, electricity, chemistry, all that shit, man. Hey, man, they got that from over there. All the spiritual teachers that they done fucked up, they got that from over there, too. Oh, but my point about the Valley of the Kings, these niggas is all in line and they praying for, they buried facing the east. And on the east bank, I said, and Heru is right there. So that's just indisputable to me. Indisputable. I mean, even if you dig them up, they done ate part of the nigga and all that shit, man. Napoleon talking about, on his deathbed, he was so scared because he know he done ate some of the mummy's body, trying to get God inside their body, like a lot of other Europeans do, been doing this shit. But yeah, before I start ranting about that, I just want to say that they there forever. They established that, and they're still sitting there. It's still sitting there. Okay, so you know, Asar is the first dynasty king, and that's forever. Like the cities of Amon and Patah, they established in Kemet forever. And them other kings that built they temples on top of these niggas temples or whatever. I'm sure they what you call it? I'm sure they kept the teachings, preserved the teachings, you know, in later dynasties. And then that's another thing. Niggas, I keep hearing niggas talk about, oh, well, the Egyptians, they developed these spiritual teachings and woo woo woo. Hey man, look, nah, the guys brought that down. The only reason why Asar and I said so-called Osiris and Isis even descended to the earth was because the quarter guys was dissatisfied that men was eating other men. And then in turn, King List showed the pre-dynastic rulers, which was Ra, Patah, Geb. Asar and said they even got to be king before they was ruling. They had ruled before that. It was Asar. Hold on, let me pull it up. They had Asar, then Set, and then I believe Ma'at, she got the rule. And then for some reason, it goes to Asar coming down being king again in the first dynasty. So this he had already came down here. I don't know if he came in human form, but he had to come down in human form. You see what I'm saying? To set an example. I mean, you know, this is what your Jesus story is based on. So, I mean, I would say that the Jesus story is a composite of this story and others. For example, like the Jews and the Hebrews, they teach it come from Moses. Like Genesis is the book of Moses. But, okay, here go the pre-dynastic turn king list. You got Patah, Ra, Shu, Geb, Asar, Set, Horus the Elder, Tahuti, then Ma'at. You know what I'm saying? And they all got the rule on the earth beforehand. So they temples, I know they laid out some teachers, good teachers in their temples. I don't know why these niggas supposed to be scholars is not kicking none of this shit. You bitch ass niggas is not really about that. Y'all not really talking about nothing, man. And these niggas trying to be pop stars and shit, man. Okay, but anyway, let me wrap this shit up because my shit's going to get too long. Okay, so Asar is documented as the deliverer of God's law to man. So, I mean, that would be a kind of connection with Moses and Jesus. The teachers I'm saying like they had him to come back down to be the first dynasty king because they said men was eating other men. Then the institution of marriage he laid down. He also showed men how to farm, so he would be able to eat without eating people and animals. And then he showed men how to worship the gods. And then I don't know, I can't think of nothing else what he did right now. But that's and they also said he conquered the whole world with no weapons, only music and eloquence. And his son Anubis was with him, which to where you know, it seemed to me in my study like, you know, they said he had got, he was also the guy that invented wine and shit, because he was like a liquid god, you know, water god or whatever. But he created wine and shit too. There go another connection with Jesus. And he gonna keep the party going. But, you know, they mix it with water so that niggas won't be acting crazy, playing crazy and shit. Because he said, you know, niggas act mad with that shit. But anyway, he got fucked up. And his sister tricked him, his sister basically. But his sister that was his brother's wife, tricked him in, he got her pregnant. To where that's where Anpu came from, who they call Anubis. You know what I'm saying? But his brother Set, wife Nephthys, that's who was Anpu mama. And they say Asar was his daddy. So that's one reason why Set wanted to kill Asar. Secondly, Anpu was with Asar as he conquered the earth, so it don't say nothing about Set being there. It talk about Set trying to, you know, fuck up the kingdom, but he couldn't because Isis was holding it down. Well, I said was holding it down. Okay. Well, but it said, the story goes, Nephthys, like, threw Anpu away and tried to hide him so Set wouldn't know. Because Set was like a warrior god and he tears shit up. That's all he do. You know what I'm saying? Well, the main thing that he do. So anyway, and then Aset found Anpu and raised him. He taught him. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he was with Asar as he conquered the earth. So that's really Asar's first begotten son, but he wasn't married to Aset. That's why Horus was ended up being the heir to the throne. Now, there's some higher entities closer up to God. Set a couple pair of guys down here in human bodies, born at the same time, you know, from the same well, if it's a connection, like they wasn't in no human body when they was connected, and even though they came there together, so certain I mean, I'm just saying that they wasn't really limited to this human body, but they took the time to come down in this human body to prove a point historically. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, non-violent conquest of the world, that demonstrates an inspirational, inspired, lit path to the reversal of phenomena of this evil empire hostile takeover that we in with us. And even, you know, how they keep information from the next generation, or they might try to overwhelmed another new generation with flooding them with a lot of bullshit teaching and fucking up the teaching. You see what I'm saying? Basically, mental terrorization and castration, especially castration of the nigga, whether mentally or physically. And the psychopathic racism, the vice capitalization, you can reverse all that. By just knowing the true story, reassessing the situation, being aware. It's like cutting your ears. It's like your ears is covered and your eyes is covered. We cutting them back open right now. So now you can speak the truth. Your mouth too. Okay. So I think that was enough for right now, man. I mean, like, check out that Valley of the Kings for yourself. And just think about what it means to you. You know? All them lies and shit. You know? Just being on the wrong team. You niggas is like really like racist, man. That's all they want to do. That's all little po ass piss po racists want to do is just be on the winner team too. That's all these niggas doing too. Now, hey, what if you ain't have to do that? What if you ain't have to fag out all the time? You know what I'm saying? To your little lower degrees or higher degrees. You know what I'm saying? What if you ain't have to do that? What if you ain't have to do it? Then what? What if you was around here and you had some good work to do? What if the only reason your dumb ass woke up this morning because you got some good shit to do? Not just that punk ass job. You know what I'm saying? When you fucking get off, nigga, you still got some good shit to do. I don't know, I'm just saying that. Peace.